Just a quick voice note to tell you about the 1972 surreal thriller Images, directed by Robert Altman and starring Susannah York. Now, I don't like to look up what a movie is really about when it is something this surreal because I like to try to figure it out. It's like a puzzle. And I do have some of the corner pieces to this movie because I know for sure that every character in the movie is named after a different actor that's in the movie. And I think this was used to add to the puzzle of the movie itself. And I call it a puzzle because there's a jigsaw puzzle that figures in prominently to the plot. So Hugh is played by René. René is played by Marcel. Cathryn is played by Susannah. Susannah is played by Cathryn, etc. And the only person that is in the movie who isn't given the name of a different actor is this voice on the phone that's credited as Betty. And Betty starts the whole action of the movie off by calling Susannah York at home and telling her that her husband, René Auberjonois, René Star Trek, is cheating on her. Okay, so René is named Hugh. Hugh comes home to Cathryn, Susannah York. Hugh comes home to Cathryn, but then he turns into this guy named René, who is a former lover of Cathryn's. So she gets so scared that they leave and go to their country house in Ireland. And then at the country house, there's a friend of Hugh's visiting named Marcel, and he has his daughter with him, whose name is Susannah. And Susannah just kind of pops out of the cellar like, by the way, my daughter was here waiting for you in your cellar. And Susannah finds a jigsaw puzzle and gets obsessed with it. Well, Cathryn doesn't notice that any of this is strange, except that there's a dog walking around that shouldn't be there because this is her old home, her grandfather's home, where she lived as a child, and it was her dog in her childhood. So that's the one thing that clues Cathryn in that something strange is going on because this dog isn't supposed to be here. And that may speak to our extreme bond with animals that goes beyond our bonds to humans. Anyway, she gets the bright idea to try to kill René, but she knows that he's already dead. He's the ghost of a former lover of hers. And then that's when things really get weird. I love this movie, Images, because it's so ambiguous. I know I'm not going to understand it. I've accepted that I'm never going to understand it. And so I can just let the images in the film flow over me. You can enjoy it like a trip. It would be more enjoyable if it wasn't about someone possibly having a mental breakdown. But, I mean, aren't all films, all the serious ones anyway, are about people questioning things? Otherwise, what would be the point of making them if we were just showing the way that things are and we weren't supposed to ask any questions? Two personal things. I lost a good friend at the time that I saw this movie the first time, and he was just gone. And he was one of the people who really prioritized movies in life the way that I do. So I will always associate Images with grief, but I don't know if it's about grief. You know how the word aesthetic has lost all meaning. I would say in the 70s, the word atmosphere or atmospheric would have lost all meaning. But if it had a meaning, it would be this movie. And the other thing, personally, a few nights ago, I had a dream about my cat, and the cat was born in 1970. and died in 1988. But there he was in my dream. He was walking around on the bed, and I was petting him. And I said to him, Simon, you must be in the Book of World Records as the oldest cat to ever live, because you were born in 1970. And I woke up, and of course, there was no cat. I don't even let the cats in the bedroom when I'm sleeping. There was a dog in the bed, my real dog, not my childhood dog that shouldn't be there, like in this movie. But the bond that we have with animals, the way that they stick with us more than people sometimes, I think is meaningful when you're looking at this film. So let me know if you watch it or if you've seen it. And do you have any movies that you associate so heavily with parts of your own life that it becomes part of the way you feel about the movie, the way I feel about images? And I'll talk to you next time. Have a good day.